So what, when they said that we want you to be the, I don't know, physician lead, and as we get into this stuff, like, what did you think they meant? What did they actually mean in terms of skills you needed, the tactics you were going to actually implement, and so on? And looking back on that time, like your physician executive self, like what advice would you give yourself in the very beginning as you're getting started?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's for me, it's finding a mentor, right? Finding someone who's going to kind of help shepherd me through this process. I think about it like when my son was approaching kindergarten, and there's so many things that you have to learn to get your kid registered for kindergarten. And in fact, it starts almost a year before, right? And so I needed to lean on other parents to find out about, what are the steps to getting him registered. He had to go be tested, like all this stuff that I never even, realized was necessary. And so the same thing with my career. So looking for a mentor, really trying to find someone that I could trust, that would give me good sound advice, and that I could learn from. And so I think that was really important to me. And I found that it's not often something that physicians can find. And we need that help to navigate through those things.
So who was your mentor?
So first of all, it was my first one was the regional director, and basically I told him, I said, I'm not quite ready. Here's what I want between now and then. And so they had some coaching classes, some leadership training, and I said I really want to do that. I also said I really need more time to get to know the physicians, because there were seasoned physicians that I would be in charge of, right? That I'd be supervising. It was a clinic of around 12 family medicine, internal medicine, and pediatric physicians, and some had been there for a long time. So I said, I really need more help with that. And luckily he was very supportive. And I had meetings with him once a week. And then throughout my career, I had different mentors. For me, it was really important to have another female physician as a mentor, someone that was a mom that could kind of understand that. And then I had another family medicine chief that was also a mentor of mine. So, really leaned on those people to help guide me. And, for example, the female physician was in a leadership position. And she said, Donna, first of all, you're a wife first, you're a mom second, you're a physician third, and you're an administrator fourth. So as you make your decisions and as you try to find balance in your life, you really have to consider that as your guide in what you're doing. And so I think even to this day, I really think about that with the decisions that I'm making and the opportunities that I'm engaging with and deciding not to engage with.